We killed Jared. That was a long show. That's going to be a 90-minute show.
Hey, does anybody remember, like, 2 hours ago when Jared said he had way too much caffeine?
Yeah. He burned through it. All that energy's been burned through. Crashing. That was really great. I do want to, I was going to say we need to do an open. We don't have to do that anymore. This show, we've been working. No, yeah, we don't do that no more. We've been working towards making a more cohesive show, and other than, we kind of had to do a reset in between segments 1 and 2, I think we're getting pretty good. I'm trying to make sure that the live show is still fun for you guys watching live, and we don't take out the things that you enjoy, because, like, us failing is kind of fun to watch. No, it is, right? You like seeing the pre-show. I know you do, right? Because I would like seeing the pre-show. You like watching the in-between segment stuff. But I'm also trying to make it a little bit more cohesive, so what you see on demand is closer to the live experience as well, without taking away the magic of watching live. So that's a really hard balancing act, to be blunt. So I did want to talk about. Go ahead.
Real quick, Ben. I did throw that Doug Space corrected slate up after dark, so you can take that and put it on screen instead of the.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll leave it at, because we mentioned it and we said that the name was wrong, so we'll let it go as it aired. I don't mind airing mistakes. It shows that we're human. We're not afraid of mistakes as long as we're accountable to them, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit about what the show is doing right and what the show is doing wrong. From a social media standpoint, what you guys are enjoying, what you don't enjoy, what we can do better. Because we are always tweaking and tuning the show and trying to make it a little bit better. So I just wanted to get your feedback on things you do and don't like. There's been some. I also want to focus a little bit on social media because I suck at it so badly. And Space Kyle has been doing a magical job on Facebook. I don't know if anyone's been watching our
and then
Facebook
Stoge
page.
throughout the show.
Oh, and she'll tweet. Oh my God! Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you, Stoge.
That's
Really,
incredible.
really,
I
really
love that. Yeah, but Green Jim, less tweaking and tuning. No. There is nothing wrong with tweaking and tuning the show, and always looking to make it better. We will always look to make the show better, and sometimes we will make it worse on accident. And as long as we undo the things that we made worse, hey, it happens. Look, as long as we realize, look, we made something worse. Let's undo that.
A mistake is fine. A repeated mistake is not fine.
Right, that's correct. You'll learn from our mistakes. But if we don't continue to do that, then what we're going to do is we're going to get comfortable with how we're doing things, and then it's going to become boring. Right? It's not going to be interesting and new and neat. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be complacent, and that's not a show you want. You don't want to watch a complacent show. You want to have fun. You want to watch us try to do new things and totally fail at them. Right?
That's the joy of watching live.
That's the joy of watching live. Yeah.
I like Smasher says less tweaking, more twerking.
I don't think you want to see me twerk.
No.
I don't think.
I just tried in my back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Oh man.
So I did want to talk a little bit about that. So one of the things I had been considering, but I don't think I'm going to do, and I'll tell you why, is on the bottom of the screen I was going to put a timeline that had little markers that lined up with the YouTube timeline.
Gee, what's that sound like?
Well, a little bit different than the launch providers today.
Wow.
A little bit different than the launch providers today. Allow me to remind everyone that Space Vidcast did all of that stuff a decade before,
ago.
Well, not a decade, half
That's
a
true.
decade before anyone else did. So we were ahead of the curve on that by not a small margin.
No.
Anyhow, a timeline on the bottom that would line up with the YouTube timeline, and so you'd have like a little hash where the interview starts. You'll have a hash where comments start, and then each news item would have kind of their own hash. You could just jump to the things that you're interested in, because I don't expect you to watch a full 90-minute show. I mean, some people will. Some people want to see the whole show top to bottom. Some people only care about the news, and that's fine. Some people only care about the interview because they already learned all the news from blogs and whatnot. That's fine too.
Right.
And hopefully everyone cares about the comments, because I think that those are fun conversations, but some people don't. That's all fine. You should consume the show however you want to consume the show. I just want to make it easier for you to do that. So I started mocking up some graphics, and you will attest to this. That idea sounds great on paper.
Yeah.
It does not work. It just does not work in practice. I tried. I did really try. I tried. And I can't I just can't make it close. I can't make it look stupid. It looks, nah.
My beta's going double.
Oh, nice.
So that's neat.
That's cool.
Anyhow, what I might do instead, though, is on YouTube, if I think of it, what I might do is just put the time. So, like, we already list, like, in Space News, and then I'll have the time that Space News starts, and then each one of the Space News segments, and then a dash and, like, the time. And then if you're watching on YouTube, you can just click on that time, it will jump to that time. So I think that's a good compromise.
Yeah, I think so.
Citizen 3617 asks, where did you get that shirt? It looks really cool.
Oh, this is, it's a Woot shirt, actually, shirt.woot.com. And they have opened up their entire back catalog. So shirt.woot.com presents a new shirt design every single day, which is really great if you're into that sort of thing. So I like to check every single day. And when I find one that I like, I buy it then, or at least before the 24 hours are up, because it's usually a little bit cheaper, $10 to $12. If you buy them after the fact, they're usually a little bit more expensive, 15 to 18, give or take. But you can still get it, which is great. So that's my shirt. And I make coffee, and I like space, so I bought the shirt. It was great, because there was a Mini Stoge shirt one day, and then the very next day there was a Jared shirt, and then the very next day was a me shirt. Like, we all bought shirts that week.
I didn't get any shirt.
Nope, no shirts for you.
I am wearing my beautiful pink shirt.
Like, you're
None
wearing
of them
First,
were
I thought you
pink.
were saying there was a shirt of Mini Stoge, and then
That
a
would be
shirt
amazing!
of Jared. I was like, what?
That would be amazing.
That's awesome.
No.
Now I have an idea.
Oh, Jared should wear the Mini Stoge shirt.
Sure.
Team Stoge,
Yeah.
Team Jared.
So on Twitch,
Mike.
Rebel Ace Friesland
Friesland.
says, question, although it's not really a question, it's more of
Yep.
a statement. So it should be S:, I think.
Cool.
I think you should make the show also into 3 sections as well, that viewers only like a short show or one part of the show. So break it into 3 segments. Let us not forget, we did that. That was part of the show experiment. The show was experimenting.
That and like, but the thing is that on YouTube, when you say, "Hey, there was an interesting thing here," and then it's embedded in the time, you just click on it. It literally goes just to that part. It's like you don't have to really
happened-
worry about it going. I don't know.
Generally, people didn't end up liking that, and there was so much confusion of, well, where's the rest of the show? And it just didn't work. We tried it for a while, actually, just like, okay, well, people are confused, but they'll get used to it. Never got used to it.
No.
The other problem is that then YouTube doesn't really know what to feature. And so we actually got radically fewer viewers when we did that, as opposed to just one long cohesive show. So we stopped doing that, I want to say about a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, because we used to break off, you'd be like interview segment or whatever, and yeah, we don't do that anymore. So we did try that, but we still want to give you that ability, right? I understand the desire to
totally.
jump to the segment that you want to jump to. I get that. So I'm trying to give you that capability without breaking the show into parts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Silence. Ready to
Yep.
go. Hey, Mike, did we ever name that cat?
We lost Mike.
We lost Mike. All right, we'll never know now. Oh, poor Mike.
So Neuropilot says some YouTubers have snippets on a second channel. Thought about that, but we don't want to do that either, because then again you break up the number of subscribers and you break up your views into now separate channels, and so you have less authority on your one channel than you would have otherwise. If we were much larger, if we had 10+ million views or even 1 million views on each one of these videos, that might make sense, because then our authority doesn't make, we're going to have authority in the video no matter what.
Right.
But with only 3,000 to 5,000 or 10,000 views, we need as much authority as we can get on each one of these videos, so we need as many views. Like, look, subscribing to our YouTube channel and watching the videos on YouTube helps us a lot, helps us a great deal.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, please do that. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it really, really helps the show, because then YouTube, the algorithms look at us, go, oh, they're more important. People are interested in them. We should present them to other people. And then we get in front of other people and, eventually profit. Collect underpants, profit.
Right. I got
Exactly.
it. I got it. Mike, are you back?
Yes.
I am. Sorry
Mike,
about
cat
that.
meow.
No, just want to make sure. We were wondering if we've named the cat.
Not really. I didn't even know there was a thing until getting in the rundown. I'm just like, oh, I didn't even know you guys tweeted
Is that what
this.
you have in preview? Is that what? Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't read that from here.
No, you can't. But
everyone set their video to 4K
Right.
and make that full
Ready to
screen
go.
because otherwise you're not going to be able to see it.
we've got Wayward Cat, Orion, Schrodinger, Nyan, Aristocat,
That's clever. Yeah.
Neko
Or
Space,
Astrocats.
Nico Space, Astrocat, Felix. There's Darth Kitty, of course.
Darth Kitty's pretty
That
good.
picture is like a version of Cat Dog, which was kind of amazing. There's the hashtag
Oh my God, Lars.
Firstronaut, and then there's also hashtag Claustronaut. Naming him Stitch after Lilo and Stitch because he's from space. And my personal favorite from Zingaroo, Scrub.
That's a good one. But my new personal favorite, that was my favorite up until just
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
My new personal favorite comes from Lars von Braun in the chat room. Catcom.
Catcom.
That's good. That's a good one.
Catcom. That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's great. That's great. Oh my God, I'm so easy, but I love it. I'm turning as pink as this shirt.
Yes,
it's
you
great.
are.
Oh,
Oh, man. Anyway.
Catcom.
Wow.
We need a cat.
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Nope.
We need a cat that we can
Nope.
name Catcom and bring him
Nope.
on the or him or her on the show.
Nope.
Have a little cat running around, meow, pooping on everything, scratching us.
And no.
Well, yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, no. No, Stoge, no, 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 Stoge. No.
We're fine with just the one. There can only be one
We have one
Tomorrow
resident
Kitty at a time.
cat of tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I think yeah, yep. Catcom, the cat of tomorrow. That's pretty good. And then Mini Stoge, please,
No.
please.
Nope.
Yeah, Marty the
Come on,
Martian.
Mom and Dad,
Catcom
what's
is
the problem?
cool. Tarantula says Catcom got my vote from last week too. I guess I missed it last week. Yep.
You guys are terrible. It's funny though.
I like Catcom. Catcom's amazing. All right, so those are some of my show things. What about social? So I like what Lisa's doing with cutting this show up. Like she's live tweeting the show. I think on the Tomorrow account, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I love that. I think that's great. Do you guys like that? Does that help you at all? And then
And I like too how Lisa, how you've been taking quotes from the show and putting them up there. Kind of like how Jeff Faust takes the quotes from the different conferences that he's at. So I don't know. That's a really cool thing.
you know,
It's
there's
very Faustian of you.
You know, there's
Very
a tool, very Fausty. There's a tool we can get that allows us to. You basically live stream the show into this tool, and then when we say something clever, which was basically all of you, or something stupid from me, you can in there you can actually.
You said nothing. All you did was move from one person to another.
I know, whatever. You can basically move from. You can basically create a video snippet of that. And so, you know, she's saying the quote, but she could actually go in and say, "Oh, this was said on the show," and we'll actually create a little video that gets then automatically posted to the Twitters, like basically in real time. So, is that of interest to anyone? What are we looking at? Dud, I can't
Does
read
Jeff
that from
Faust know about that?
Our roundtable discussions are held around a semicircular table because the other half of the conversation is you.
you. Aww.
Oh, it hits me right here. Right here in the
I
face.
think my favorite. Well, never mind.
I mean, it's cheesy,
That was pretty
but
good.
kind of true.
That was pretty good.
It is true.
don't know,
That's total. But it is. You guys are in the conversation. That's why we keep talking to you. Otherwise, I'm just staring at a camera in a basically empty room, and that's almost worthless. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even have a third section of our show, for crying out loud. I mean, I wouldn't have anyone to tell me like how terrible I am.
So the show is live so that we can interact with you. Otherwise, there's no reason for us to go to the trouble of doing the show live. What we would do
No.
instead is record it, have what's known as ISO media, so each camera would have its own recording as well. And then when we screw up in the middle of the show and start randomly punching cameras on the screen, dudda. Don't think I didn't notice that.
Oh, man.
Dudda. We would edit all of the mistakes out and just give you a comprehensive show. We'd probably even edit some of the rambling out too, right? We'd just make it
Oh,
a
I'm
tighter,
sure.
shorter show. Yeah, it'd be.
Yeah, but the rambling's the best part.
Yeah.
Right?
But no, I think the interactivity is the best part.
Yes.
Having them being able to say, you know,
Yes.
interactive TV is cool. Right? I mean,
I like Shaky saying that tomorrow's better half is that side of it. Is that side of the camera? It's tomorrow's better half.
Yeah.
We're one side. Y'all are the other.
Lur asks, when will tomorrow make a bloopers reel?
You mean like every week?
Yeah, I was going to say every single week we make a bloopers reel.
Lur, you are here live, right?
Yeah.
You do watch the show.
Are you watching right now?
So Mini Stoge says, I need to keep the chat logs and quote you guys in IAC. Actually, fun little factoid. Colton keeps, and I believe since, and Colton, do correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you have every chat from the room since season 1, episode 1? Question mark?
Question mark on that.
I know you've got them for a long, long time.
Really long time.
At least I think you have them for a really long time, but.
Saves everything. He knows what you said.
He does.
Pretty much.
He says, just the chat.
Just chat, no transcript.
Just chat, right. Yeah, he has
Sure.
decades worth of.
But I mean, that's.
But all the way, how far
battle.
back do they go? And then someone said, who said it? Psychic. Said, bring back After Dark drinks with an X and then 2 bangs. Not 3, not 1, but 2 bangs at the end.
Yep.
We will. That will be a thing.
Yeah, because Tarantula says one Soma bar launching.
Soma bar, right. So, because I'm too lazy to like bring alcohol to the studio, it all kind of died. So, understand, After Dark drinking kind of came out of necessity when we were at our old place, right?
Yeah.
Because we were in, were you at our old place?
Yes, I was.
He was.
It was so small. It was so small that like the camera, like this camera shot, like the one you see right now, if we had zoomed out even a fraction of an inch, we would be offset. We couldn't do
You actually wouldn't have been able to be that far.
Oh yeah,
over
we'd have to.
anyway.
First off, we'd have to be much closer to each other.
Everyone
Yeah.
was like here.
Right.
It was we
were on
didn't
top of
like
each other.
we didn't need a heater in winter. We kind of self-heated each other.
Yep.
So
We couldn't do the cross shots because there was no. You would just shoot right off the set.
Yeah.
So that's part of where Station 204 came from. But then out of necessity, because we didn't want to just sit there for another 30 to 60 minutes, like crammed next to each other, we're like, let's just go to the kitchen. So since we're already in the kitchen, there was already alcohol there. We're like, let's just have a drink because, I mean, yeah,
might as well because we're
well.
loosening up. We're
Exactly.
winding down.
Bro Opti. Yes, we always need optics. Optics. We always need graphics. I mean,
yeah.
The more graphics we can do, that's what I think sets us apart. Well, tries to set us apart is awesome graphics. So anyhow, tomorrow drinks will come back. There's going to be a Soma bar. It's going to be a little automated bar bot. So instead of having like a full kitchen of booze, it'll be able to hit buttons and make what you want. We'll totally bring it back for After Dark. It's going to be a lot of fun. Someday, eventually, I hope that you guys can actually choose what drinks we're going to have, which will be an interesting thing, right? So we'll have like or maybe a voting system, or maybe we make that a reward for Escape Velocity patrons or something like that. Oh yeah, it's going to be a thing. She's looking at me. This is not the first time I've said this on air before.
And I always give you this look.
Actually, how did Stojan know that was my drink?
This is what I do with.
I can drink again too.
Apparently.
Yeah,
It's a
stupid.
little creepy. But I don't drink that much in front of her.
In front of her.
guess.
I don't drink that much in front of the kids.
I want one too.
Yeah, no kidding, Mike, right? That's exactly how that sounded. Jeez.
I'm not an alcoholic in front of the children.
All right, so Tars, you're saying that you've
Thank
got...
you, Seki. Thank you. How many times do we have to go over that one?
So
My internet's not working.
That's fun.
My internet's working just fine. Thank you.
Why is
For
my
this
internet not working?
2-syllable name. Psychic.
No. I'm not. I will not have magical thinking on this show. Do you understand me? There will be no mystical crystals. This is not a thing.
Just rub some crystals on yourself. You'll be fine.
I need you to acknowledge this on camera.
always thought of
I
it as
acknowledge
like a
what you have just said.
I need you to agree to this
I may or may not agree.
on camera.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A little voodoo magic might be fun.
No.
Oh.
I still,
yeah, no, I agree.
Thank you.
Mission doesn't move forward without Capcom's approval.
That's right.
That's old school thinking, Mike.
Hey, I'll sleep in. This is
Space.
fine.
This is future space. This isn't even new space. This is future space.
This is the golden age.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
That's how you get stuff done, by the way.
That's why I'm sitting over here quiet.
That's not what I wanted. Hang on. There we go. Mom and Dad are fighting again. The astrologers conference.
No, please no. God.
Ooh, the
why?
escape velocity patrons say we need a magic crystals. I gotta give the patrons what they want.
No, you don't.
Really?
No.
We need pictures of all of our auras.
The patrons want us to do green screen.
Oh God, that's true.
So no, because we
No.
don't always
Space.
give the patrons what they want.
Haha.
What's happening on the September 28th show?
I hate all of you right now, by the way. Just FYI.
September 28th, I will not be in the United States.
Oh.
So, but Jared will, Carrie Ann will, and Mike will. So the show will go on. It will just go on without me. And no, if last year is any indication, I will
What do
have.
you mean September 28th? September 28th is a Thursday.
It's a Friday. Oh yeah.
September 28th is a Thursday in the United States of America. We do this show for the United States of America.
All right. Regardless.
Our show is going to be September 30th.
Right. Well, the September 30th show, I still will not be here.
I'm aware of that.
So, yep. Yeah, Mini Stoach says September 30th. Right. Regardless, I won't be here. So the show will go on with Mike, Carrie Ann, and Jared.
As
just
it
fine.
does
Every
when
time.
Ben has to work.
And that, if last year is any indication, I will not have time to call in or do anything other than that.
Also, it'll
Dance
be
on
at,
stage?
Like 4 a.m.
Oh my God, you saw the footage of me dancing on stage?
I saved it. Are you kidding?
Do we get a special viewing?
No.
Do you have it?
No.
Do you have it?
Are you? Is it allowed?
Are you thinking
That's
this
only
one all
for
the way
escape
through?
velocity patrons.
There's nothing in there. I know what this clip is. There's nothing in there that we can't show. There's
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's nothing
Are
in
you
there.
100% positive? about
Everything that we had there is
Stand
already public.
Hey, come here for a minute.
That whole presentation is done. And I don't even think the presentation was up at that point. All right, they're saying no. They're being too restrictive.
that? We're just thinking of ITAR.
Yeah, well, that's true. ITAR, yeah. Ugh. It is my sad face.
If you make me feel like the bad parent one more time,
It's not a restricted clip. There's
All right.
nothing restricted in this clip.
Then
There's
go ahead.
There's no. I
Yeah.
don't even know that he has it.
All right. Let's.
Oh, he's looking.
I'm sure he
he's
is.
looking.
I'm sure he is.
I think I've even seen that video.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Donna has it.
Seki, daylight saving in the United States doesn't kick in until like October, November.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with him being in Australia right around that time, it shouldn't really affect that.
And I live in Arizona. Daylight savings doesn't kick in at all.
You guys don't believe in it.
Obviously, because it's
that's
not
because-
daylight
Everything my
savings at
state
all.
does right.
It's daylight saving, and you're right because Arizona's smart and daylight saving is stupid.
Yes,
And I
it
feel
is.
like everyone knows it's stupid, and we keep saying, "Oh, well, we'll tweak it because it'll help conserve energy," and we know it doesn't. We have considerable proof that it does nothing. So why we keep it is beyond me. Other than we don't like change.
Do you guys know how daylight savings got started?
Saving, yeah, it was World War I believe.
I thought it was World War II, but it could have been either of those. But even the reason why they were doing that, though,
It was for.
they were literally turning off all of the lights at night and were giving themselves that extra hour of work time or whatever, so that they would have a complete blackout, so that they wouldn't get hit by air raids.
Gotcha.
And I say they. This is mainly in Europe. Like it got started in Britain, I believe, right?
I thought Germany.
And it all had to do with air raids.
Yeah, it might have been World War II. It was one of the World Wars.
Whichever one.
So the whole reason
The
for
upcoming-
doing daylight savings, like,
Saving.
stopped after World War II. So
I don't think it's.
Well, it saves energy. We got to come up with a reason for it. Some reason. I don't know. So yeah, when it came through for Arizona, we're just like, yeah, we're not going to do this at all. Never adopted it. We've never done daylight savings.
So Rebel Ace Frizzlin says there are ways to try some free Google, YouTube, Facebook ads. Try that. That's not a bad idea. Just do some ads out there. I don't feel like they ever do anything. We actually had ads on YouTube and Facebook for quite a while.
I do have it, but it's an MOV file.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Neuropilot, I thought it was too. So there's that.
You okay, Kitty?
No, she's dying right now.
Actually, Neuropilot says
kinda
daylight
funny.
saving. I thought it was for the farmers. That's actually a very common misconception. I don't know where that started. Actually, the farmers do not want it. They're like, no, this is stupid.
I don't.
Nope, it has nothing to do with farmers. Here's
I don't think farmers really care because they get up with the sun, they work with the sun, they go to
Whenever the
sleep.
sun-
They
with
do
the
not care what
sun.
time the clock says. Doesn't matter. Yep.
If there's work to be done, work will be done.
You got it. Yep. Not for the farmers. Yeah. Yep.
I like Sergei Malot's quote here. Quote, when the spiritual teacher and his disciples began their evening meditation, the cat who lived in the monastery made such noise that it distracted them. So the teacher ordered that the cat be tied up during the evening practice. Years later, when the teacher died, the cat continued to be tied up during the meditation session. And when the cat eventually died, another cat was brought to the monastery and tied up. Centuries later, learned descendants of the spiritual teacher wrote scholarly treatises about the religious significance of tying up a cat for meditation.
This is the problem of not thinking about why something is done. This is exactly the issue of doing things the way they've always been done because that's the way we've always done them.
That is why this show
Does anybody understand?
That is why this show does not do that, and that's why we're always poking at it, and we will always poke at it. I'm just ingraining that into our culture. So love it or hate it, that's what we do.
Guys, can I just say something? I'm really proud of us that we didn't have a planetary semantic discussion today. That's just good job, everyone.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, I think we're winding down.
I can't get the internet
Yeah.
to work on my laptop.
That's because, Jared, we need to talk to you after the show about your future employment. I'm just kidding. All right, I think that's after dark. I think we're winding down. Space Mike, if you wouldn't mind hanging on, I wanted to talk to you, Jared, and Mike. All good things.
You want to talk about Mike to Mike?
I don't know, I just have some questions for you
You
guys
want to
that
talk to
should not be
you,
broadcast.
Jared, and Mike?
Oh,
You
yeah.
said
and
Mike Spade.
I understand.
Okay.
I just have some stuff that shouldn't be broadcast. So, awesome. All good things. So awesome. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you next week. And have a great one.